Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about menstruating and breastfeeding. So for the guys, this is your cue. If you don't want to listen to this, then you can maybe go to one of my other videos, or if you want to listen, that's also okay. Okay, so why the two? Well, today I actually got my menstrual cycle back for the first time after having Taylor. Yes, I didn't know that was normal, but it is. So she is almost 22 months old. She'll be 2 in just 2 months, and it's the first time that I got my period or my menstrual cycle came back. And this happens, I found out, with breastfeeding. So I've been breastfeeding her since birth. And before that, I breastfed Joel, who's asleep next to me over here. Taylor's actually sleeping in the other room. So they both breastfed long term, and they were my first babies to breastfeed so long, which was like a huge deal for me. It was actually a milestone with number 3 over here. So when I had my first baby 12 years ago, unfortunately, I couldn't breastfeed for longer than 6 weeks because I made silly mistakes. I didn't know any better. There wasn't, the resources available that we have today. And unfortunately, there was no one in my circle or around me that could guide me on breastfeeding, because, the last person who had, or the closest person that had breastfed long term was probably like my grandparents, or Jonathan's grandparents, who breastfed long term, and so there just wasn't anybody that could help me. And so I just made silly mistakes. I gave the dummy too soon. I expressed too soon. Then because I was afraid I wasn't getting enough milk, and then I had too much milk, and then I got engorged, and then I got mastitis infections. And anyway, long story short, my breastfeeding journey only lasted 6 weeks. With Caleb. With Craig, then I pushed it to 6 months. I managed to get to 6 months, and then with Joel, it was the first time that I went beyond that, and I breastfed him for 2 years and 7 months, which was also right through my pregnancy with Taylor. He weaned a month before she was born. So by the time Taylor was born, I was, breastfeeding forever. So what I didn't know was that breastfeeding and your menstrual cycle is tied together. And for a lot of women, you don't menstruate when you breastfeed long term. So with Joel, I got my period back at 1 year and 4 months. He was like 16 months old, and I didn't even know that was normal. Before that, I actually got a fright when I didn't get it back after like 3 months. I started worrying, and I did a bit of research and found that actually it's quite normal for some women not to menstruate while they're breastfeeding, especially if they breastfeed long term. That said, I have a close friend who breastfed around about the same time as me, because her daughter's only 7 months younger than Joel, and she actually she didn't do anything different. She also breastfed exclusively for the first 6 months, then started introducing food, and then continued breastfeeding to almost 3, but she got her period at, I think baby was about 3 or 4 months old, and so for her it was different than for me. But I just, based on that, I kind of figured out how my body works, is that I don't get it at least for 1 year to 1.5 years. So with Joel, I got it back at 1 year and 4 months. And Taylor, she is 22 months old. She's almost 2, so it was even longer than with Joel. And doing cloth nappies and trying to live more sustainably, I knew that when she turned about 1 year old, I knew that I could expect to get my period back soon. And so I wanted to do something more sustainable than tampons or pads. And so I started researching and looking into menstrual cups, and I ordered the Empower menstrual cup from Takealot actually, and it's actually a proudly South African brand. And so I really love the whole Empowder. They've got a great logo as well. I'll show you a picture. I'll drop in a picture over here for you to see that better, because it did take some pics. And it comes in a little bag, a little wet bag that or you can keep in your bag, and then the instruction leaflet as well. And this is the first time that I'm using a menstrual cup, and I'm finding it really cool. I really enjoy using it. It's a lot easier than I thought. I was nervous at first, but it actually went quite well. It's comfortable. You don't even feel that it's there. I haven't used any pads, or any sanitary towels, just a liner. I do want to get some cloth pads and liners as well, and maybe some period panties, but I'll get there. For now, I just have the cup and it's working great. I am new to using a menstrual cup, but it's going really great so far. I even slept with it last night and it was fine. It didn't leak or anything. Obviously, it depends on your flow. The Empower cup comes in two different sizes, a light flow menstrual cup and a standard flow, and I chose the standard flow. Even though I am a first time user, I thought, let's just buy the standard one and check out how it goes, and so far it's really cool. Ease of use, it's really easy to use. I don't think it's any different than using a tampon. You just kind of, once you get over that, follow the instructions and like, okay, this is how it works, then it's no different. If you're comfortable using a tampon, then you'll be comfortable using a menstrual cup, because as far as ease of use, I would say it's very similar, if not the same. Yeah, so if you've got any more questions, you can pop them below. If you have suggestions, you can let me know. And I do want to get cloth liners, cloth pads, maybe some period panties. You can let me know what your experience has been. Have you ever tried a menstrual cup? Have you tried cloth liners or cloth pads? Tell me your experience. I'd love to hear them. Okay, thanks so much for listening. Please subscribe to my channel. Click that little bell if you want to be notified of any more videos. Like I said, I'm going to be talking about all things mom, parenting, and yeah, apparently menstruation is one of them as well. So yeah, breastfeeding, cloth nappies, you name it, it'll be here. But to give me some guidance on what kind of content you want to see, just give me a thumbs up on the video or thumbs down if you don't think, or give me suggestions in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks. Bye.